Yeah.
Hi everyone, welcome to my very last review and video of 2023. Today I will be talking about the latest from director Michael Mann, being Ferrari, starring Adam Driver, Penelope Cruz, Shailene Woodley, Sarah Gadon, Gabriel Leone, Jack O'Connell, and Patrick Dempsey. And of course, this follows the legendary Enzo Ferrari as it follows his personal and professional struggles through the summer of 1957, as this is on Wikipedia. And probably the best way to describe this movie, because this very much is a character piece and a look at the life of Enzo Ferrari at this very specific moment in time, played by Adam Driver, who obviously, Adam Driver's great in everything. You know he shows up in a movie, even if it's a little less than stellar, you know he's probably going to be great in it, and I think he certainly anchors this movie in a way that really draws you into this story more than anything, because I was quite intrigued by Enzo Ferrari and his dealings, especially between his wife, played by a brilliant Penelope Cruz in here, and we'll talk about her in a bit, and of course balancing that with his mistress and his secret son who he has, who is played by Shailene Woodley here. And I really appreciated the fact that they showed Enzo Ferrari for everything that he was. He was a very complicated man. He wasn't the best person in the world, but he certainly wasn't a bad guy by any means. And certainly how that applies to the litigiousness of his company and all the controversy surrounding, you know, the race cars and everything that went on with that. If you know the story and if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. And it really does balance these quite nicely for the most part. Now back to the performances for a bit. I thought Shailene Woodley was great in this, and certainly a great counterpoint to Adam Driver, but I think the strongest performance in this movie is from Penelope Cruz, who I honestly believe should be nominated for Best Supporting Actress. This is one of the best supporting turns of the entire year, and what her character has to go through in finding what Enzo is really all about and chronicling this very explosive marriage, if you will. It really is a phenomenal turn, and I really hope that she does get nominated. I don't know, because this movie surprisingly hasn't been getting as positive reviews as maybe we thought it would have been when you heard Michael Mann was stepping behind the camera again for the first time in a while. And I really think this is a well-directed film. I'm not saying it's as good as like Heat or something, you know what I mean? Like, it obviously isn't, but at the same time I feel like there's a lot to enjoy and appreciate, especially from a story standpoint and from a directing standpoint as well. And back to the cast for a sec, I have to mention Patrick Dempsey, because I didn't even recognize him in this movie. He's like some silver fox, you know, and I really thought that was interesting. His relationship with Adam Driver in this, and of course everybody's relationship with Enzo Ferrari. In a lot of ways he's a very giving person in his personal life, but in his professional life he's a bit more gated, and he gives very good reasons as to why, and I thought that contrast was especially compelling. But I think a lot of people are going to be talking about the racing sequences in this, which are, you know, very serviceable, I would say. But there is a crash scene in this movie that I literally have not been able to get out of my head since I saw it. It, quite frankly, is the most realistic and harsh car crash I've ever seen in any film. There's hardly any slow-mo at all. It just plays it as it would have been. And it is absolutely horrifying. This scene, quite frankly, is probably scarier than any scene in any movie this year. And I will say on record that this is the greatest car crash in all of cinema. It does not even come close from what I've seen, and you'll know when you get there, but my goodness, just some absolutely amazing scenes, some great character work overall for Enzo Ferrari and those most closely associated to his personal life. Though I feel like some other characters' stories were kind of just, not that they were, you know, shoehorned in there, but I felt like maybe they didn't get as much development, and I think the way they interspliced a lot of the personal and professional stuff didn't always play for me structurally the best. Especially the ending feels very abrupt and kind of strange, considering on the note that the previous couple of scenes has ended on. But I suppose it makes somewhat a sense to Ferrari's character. And of course, just yet again, that divide between the man and the professional is really what you watch this movie for, and the amazing, amazing car crash sequences that you're absolutely not going to want to miss. I really don't understand the mixed reviews towards this film, because I really was engaged the whole time. It took me a little while to get into it, but once I was really enjoying what I was watching on screen. Maybe it's even better than Gran Turismo. We got two really good racing movies this year, and I think this is a really good film for Michael Mann to return on. Really glad to see him back, and glad to see this cast acting on a very, very high level. So yeah, I'm going to give Ferrari an 8 out of 10. Yet again, I really dug this movie a lot more than some other people. Yet again, it's a great breakdown of this, legendary figure in sports and in manufacturing. And yeah, definitely go check it out if you have the time. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're coming here for the first time. And yeah, there's going to be a lot more great reviews in 2024. Some movies from 2023 that I haven't even seen yet, like American Fiction. I mean, come on, when's that coming? I really want to see that, as well as some other stuff. I'm going to be getting into perhaps my top 5 favorite albums of the year. I'm thinking about doing that, so I'm not going to say let's lock that in for sure, but there is a good chance that I might be talking about a few records that I really, really enjoyed this year, as well as my top 10 most anticipated films of 2024. That obviously should be coming to you very soon, so please stay on the lookout for that. And I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart this year for all the support that you guys have shown my channel. We've been growing tremendously lately, and I couldn't do it without you guys. You get some rude naysayers in the comments sometimes, but for all of you who really have supported me and enjoyed my content, and I've had positive interactions with, I really, really want to thank you for that, because it kind of makes me feel good about why I do this thing, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how the channel grows in 2024. There's going to be lots to talk about still, I can assure you that much. And until then, I hope you all have a very happy new year, and we will be talking about movies and music sometime very soon. Alright, take it easy, guys.